Greetings. Wait for this to go live. Jeez. Okay, maybe I'll never go live. Well, it's live on my end. I'm waiting for YouTube to do something. There you go. It's alive. Okay. Alright, Priscilla's here. Hello there, Priscilla. Hi. It took me forever to find a thumbnail for this thing. I know I should just use the same one. Something different. Alright, yeah, we'll just, let's just get started here. Alright, thank you for posting your questions. Alright, Crystal. While entering a pyramid last week, I felt a gust of energy hit me and started crying, which made other people cry. Any messages? I don't know, this feels like it just tears of joy. When you feel like you're at home, you could say. Since having dinner with a friend last week, I felt my heart chakra expand. I know I have connected with him before, but any messages? Oh, you just hoping your heart open up. Yeah, you just feel comfortable, which is good. Just letting the past be the past, let's say. So, yeah, it just should be a good holiday, whatever it is, next week or something. Jane, are there any messages from my higher self? Yeah, just keep traveling. Seems like you're just clearing out old timelines. So, well, it's like you're like what we said last week. Yeah, you're just doing a energy cleanse everywhere you go. So it's very important. But yeah, you're doing it for yourself too, and the collective you're connected to. So, any other messages? I see a connection to Uranus. Just has a well, you're just balancing your chakras in this lifetime. Yeah, I feel like feel like you were balanced in other lifetimes. Andrew, any messages about my upcoming trip to Minnesota to meet a new doctor? I don't know. It seems decent. He feels very Zeta. So he might understand your alien DNA. Any messages? Yeah, just yours. Well, I don't know. I guess you're kind of like a Frankenstein, of different DNAs and all that. So you have like a lot of foreign DNA that I think this world's not even used to. It's some of it's Zeta, but I think it's other. I feel some Mantis that's very foreign here. So, but it helps you with your abilities to see through a lot of the nonsense. It's like I feel like it was necessary coming here with that. It's like having binoculars, but it's set in your, like how, animals, their eyes can see differently. Yeah, that's something pretty much you have, but it's in your energy field. Annie, my friend George had a big owl almost hit him in the head last night as he was walking. That's hilarious. Shit. It's This was protecting the message. I got knucklehead right when he's not listening. He's not paying. I feel like he's not paying attention. That was just to nudge him to. I mean, obviously carry on, but also he's not really activating his talents. I think he has the ability, like where you are. I don't think he's anywhere near where you are, but I feel like he has the ability to get to where follow the same path you're on. Let's put it that way. I feel like he's pushing a lot of it away. Well, that's at least my interpretation of it. My throat is still very sore, hoarse from sinus virus. Can you tell me if I'm doing releasing? Yeah. Notice around the holidays, I yeah, I feel like the first thing that showed up was like being like feeling like you've been hanging from a tree or something like that. Of course, we've all been there, some of us at least. Feels like I feel like a jealous husband energy, and I feel a lot of backstabbing. You might know those people in this life. It might be your current, like your father of your kid might be involved with that. Because I don't think you're together with him, right? So I feel like he backstabbed you in a past life, is what I'm getting from that. Betrayal. I believe it was him. Yeah, is your ex partner? I feel like you're the father of your son, is what I'm getting. Because I don't think you're with him. I'm not feeling that you are, but I could be wrong. But you're clearing that timeline. We were kind of like a slave to him in another lifetime, it seems. Well, like how the society pressures that type of thing, arranged marriages, that type of think of it that way, not like a slave. Just checking this, but yeah, it just feels like he had a lot of. He was like is very into you and just kind of forced you to marry him in a previous lifetime, and you in this lifetime you stood up to that. It feels like you pushed that away. I mean, yeah, you agreed to some. I think you had to agree to some part where you felt like you needed to, so you can release it. And this is a major part of the major release you're doing. Yeah, it's like you're letting go of a victim lifetime. I don't think you have that in this lifetime, but you had in other lifetimes. We felt a lot of sorrow, as you can imagine that, right? It's I get more interesting. I get Mormon energies. That's jeez. Yeah. Yeah, you're a Mormon, which makes a lot of sense. I don't know how you feel about that, but those lifetime, yeah, that stuff runs deep. That was back in the primitive days. Like, yeah, think about, they got kind of pulled into situation. Yeah, those guys are great, aren't they? They look all friendly on the outside. Well, whatever, right? Jeez, they can be like a Walmart greeter. Yeah, well. So yeah, you're clearing out Mormonism. Yeah, it might not be a lifetime's easy to see for obvious reasons. Yuli was my connection with my dog, Leah. She's my only female dog. She does wherever she she's a little mean. I'm very uh yeah, she's like a little diva. Well, she's a princess. She literally has like princess syndrome or whatever, she literally thinks she owns the place. I would see, yeah, she's like a daughter from another lifetime, yeah, where she was just, yeah, mean spirited there too. But I think you just knew that the way she was raised, is like he had like wealthy parents in a past life, like grandparent, the kid's grandparents. So the kid kind of took from that. I think Spanish lifetime. Corget. I can't pronounce it. Just yeah, you have to kind of research any Spanish. Definitely, I think it was in Spain. Yeah, it's basically came from a wealthy family, and you were down to earth, but your daughter became, not down to earth. She wanted things, she wanted this, she wanted that. And there's not much you can do about that. You did everything you could, so that's but you still care. So funny. And now she's a dog. I think she meant well. She just got pulled into, that stuff. So that's hilarious. Um, um, con, conquistador, something like that. I can't pronounce it. I can't spell it anyway. Yeah, it's outside of my spelling range. Anyway, conquistador, something like that. That's that. Those type people. Anyway. Question 2. Last week you said I had to clear the energy of my brother. I have 2 brothers, Victor and Irving. I think you probably referred to the Victor since I don't talk to him anymore. Yeah. I also had a weird dream. I said, yeah, so he was, I feel like he was kind of like a slave brother. Like he was, yeah, very arrogant in his past life. I think he was also a father figure. He was a father in past lives too. I feel like you're kind of estranged from him. Like he was your father, but he didn't raise you. I feel like he was drunk in many lifetimes, so he still kind of is in this lifetime. Yeah, he's kind of obsessed with you too because he couldn't control you. Yeah, a bit of a stalker, and just definitely see a drunk. And there's not much you can do. There's not much you can do about that. Angel Ori, grew up haunted house, and you grew up in a haunted house. Yeah, there you go. In the Bronx, 2 energies were present, one benevolent and the other malevolent. The basement can see who they were or what they were. Well, first thing that comes through is zeta energy. That doesn't mean it's negative, but I feel like you're being protected during it. I get Civil War energies. Um, I guess Civil War vet, and I think it's more the negative energy. And then I get a Native American is more of the positive vibe. And they were both fighting. I feel like they were kind of both hiding out there um, at one time. Of just they're both kind of like seen as criminals, but the Indian didn't do anything, I don't think. But there was something like the Civil War guy did something, or he was involved with the wrong crew or people, and I don't know. They're just kind of brothers, sort of, but they might have died there too. I mean, like whatever was there before, like another house or something, died in a fire, something like that. Like they were caught trapped there, um, something like that. I feel like there was a female there too, and yeah, there might have been a fire. Like maybe it might not have been a house or whatever was there before burnt down, and they built that house. Something. It's like a basement. Yeah, basement. Yeah, because yeah, if at least that's the vibe I get. I don't. Who knows? There might have been a burial ground or something there. Yeah, I feel like there was people outside that were angry protesters that burned it down, whatever it was. Yeah, before it was a basement. Maybe it was a basement there before, but the house was put on. I don't know. I can't get 100% on that, but like it might have been a basement already there, and then whatever was above it got burnt down. Then they built a house. I don't know. I don't know if that's right or not, but. Question 2, my mom abducted by grays by that house. Yeah, that's where I felt the grays. And yeah, there could be negative ones there for sure. Did the grays take me and my baby sister as well? Yeah, I think so for a short time, yeah. But you're protecting your sister, yeah, two baby sisters. You're protecting them. It feels like they wanted your mother more than you, though. Yeah, they were kind of angry at her. They had something against her. Something was just they weren't getting along with her. So they were kind of like shady grays. They weren't like horrible, but they weren't great either. I don't know. They didn't like her. Almost like they wanted to kick her ass or something. It wasn't against you and your sisters, no. But I mean, if you got abducted, I don't think they did anything. I'm not feeling anything. But man, your mom, they really did not like her. Yeah, something that I feel like she was a reptilian in another lifetime, and they had some kind of scuffle there, fight. You know, there's probably more to it than that. Cloud waterfall seems like I'm posted where I am. That would be a challenge. Even if I move, I was told with someone pull myself out of this. I wonder if be an open contact in 2027. Will that actually happen this year? That year? We know how it goes when we wait for a year. Well, let's put it this way: your contact connection. If you focus on like on a non-physical connection or maybe a physical connection, I would work on your own connections and do it now. If you're up for that, use your alien, use your remote viewing, use your abilities. Yeah, it gives you something else to concentrate on. Might as well, right? It's not gonna hurt anything. Put the right intentions. You want good beings to come to you. Yeah, you gotta like really be clear about that. But I don't think it'll hurt anything. I'm just clearing my throat. But yeah, I would definitely see what you can. It's up to you if you want to do that instead of waiting to 2027. Palladian, whoever you feel connected to, I would focus on that. Yeah, like I said, it won't hurt. Well, obviously, did the best you can. Question 2, I followed Devano Melchizedek early in my life. He said he sent natives to Colombia, levitate and go to 2 feet off the ground. Is this true? If so, how do they do it? Well, the energy was different. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, it can be done, so it is possible. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know if it was always the most positive energy though. Because sometimes they do that to control people. Like that David Blaine, he kind of messes with people. I'm not sure if he's of he might be accessing something he shouldn't be accessing. So yeah, just letting you know on that one. They do their magic to manipulate people, so doesn't mean they can't, but I don't know, it just feels weird. But it can be done though, that's for sure. There's a light and dark side, but you know how it is here. I had to say there's not a good side to them, yeah. But if you're lifting yourself up in front of people, I'm not sure if it always has the best intentions. Let's put it that way. Bobby, last week I had conversation through channeling. It spoke through my inner voice. Wow, that's good. This could have been my imagination, but a so quick response. It felt like going back and forth with someone else. I've always felt like someone else. Yeah, no, yeah, it's your higher self. Feels like your higher self is you're getting more aligned with that. Has to do with where the world is going, wherever that's going. I feel like you're just ready for a change. You're ready to unlock your. I feel like you're unlocking your sacral chakra. Is what I feel. Well, all of the stuff you've been doing has been a clearing, as you know. That's good. Nah, yeah, it feels like you're. It feels like you're connected to your inner shaman. Question two: balance was the main part of the challenge. Yeah, that's very important. Conversation. Apparently, I'm very fluent in. What are my connections with this energy of balance? Well, I feel like before you were unbalanced, but you've been balancing for some time now. Yeah, to get more accurate readings of whatever is to come. You've been protecting your energy a lot recently, and so it's been hard to, feel balanced. Of course, where you were living too, just the Chicago energy is not exactly great. So you've been working on balancing for like a couple of years now, it seems. So yeah, I feel like your sacral chakra is healing. I feel like your mother caused a lot of that conflict. You think your dad would. It feels like more mother due to her insecurity and stuff like that. Oh, interesting. Jillian, what museum art piece am I? I get like a Picasso instantly it came through. There might be a Vermeer somewhere. Let me see. Uh, I don't think it's one of those pretty ones though. It's one of those messed up ones. I don't know which one it is though. You can sit here all day trying to figure out. It's one of the Weeping Woman. Yeah, something like that. Well, you asked. Yeah, yeah. It's one of the shattered. Yeah, I think it's like Dora or something. You got that from? And why? I don't know. I think it's more. I think it's more of the past and the future. It's not the future. It's just the past. Yeah. So that's what you're querying currently, which is a good question. Where am I? Any messages for me from the nun or the gun collective? I get the old west from that energy. Yeah, I just are connected to the. Well, so a lot of what you're going through, yeah, is connected to the the Dark Ages, dungeons, and all that stuff. I want to say dragons, more dungeons, but also the West, the Old West, cowboys and all that. Some of the small towns, Utah, and yeah, it was. You have to. It might be the opposite of a nun, um, but you might be a nun with a gun in this life. But other lifetimes you weren't a nun at all. Quite the opposite. So yeah, you just yeah, that's for you to dive into. Diane, am I a social justice warrior, or am I just a shit distributor who likes to create turmoil? I think I don't know. It depends on wherever you want to label yourself as. I think you're. I don't think it's. I haven't heard that term in such a long time. Uh, like you're think of like you're accessing your inner trickster. Think of it that way, and but also I feel like you're. I get like a bossy alien. I don't hear that very often. So like a boss. The bossy alien side comes through, and you get frustrated with the people here. So I think I get more of like a or an angel just had enough of the human race, that type of thing. It's like get your act together, yeah, something like that. At least that's the vibe I'm getting from it. You can go by what you feel on that. Any messages for my health about my health? Your health is caused by stress. So at least that's what I pick up on. So tea is good or hot tea. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but just it's just inner calm, releasing anything you feel, parasitic energies, just heal the chaos within and just let it go. Yeah, do a clear breeze. Do some meditation music, just something that's light that just helps you relax. And anything relaxing, even if you go to sleep, maybe not when you have to go to work, but if you're at home and you feel like just resting, just the it's really the art of Zen, relax. That will help your health. It will do something. Um, yeah, to go by. And don't worry about this whole social justice stuff. Don't put that on yourself. I just clear that. Yeah, don't. Yeah, just you're in the relax mode. So the best you can. Of course, you get frustrated with these people, which is completely understood. Yeah, just don't hold on to it. Sarah, for Jesus, my birthday message for you, please, during a new moon, Scorpio conjunction, my son. Hmm. Well, as you can see, you're very connected to, the Jewish heritage. I mean, you're truly, well, because you wanted to keep it alive, the spirit. The good side of it. You see the dark side of it, obviously, but you want to bring. There is a serpent energy there, as you know, not connected to you, but that the wild side over there. So you definitely have like connections to Orion also. Well, you came here to do good, but as you could probably feel, you come from ancestors that maybe didn't have the best intentions. This life or alien lives. So it's been hard to be. That to me it was hard to be good, but you feel the stress of them trying to pressure you to be a certain way. So might feel that from other lifetimes. So, but yeah, you are aligning with yourself, your inner angelic self, your highest good, you could say. Question two, my higher self. What is my relation to Axel Rose? Funny. He was a son of yours and a daughter. Not at the same time. He was definitely a daughter. I could definitely seeing that. I see him as a girl. Yeah, I see him as a little girl. Tried to put that on like an album. What capacity did I know him where I feels like very familiar? Yeah. No, he was human here, some ancient Egypt. Yeah, one of your kids. I don't know, if I had a lifetime where he had like several kids, like 12 kids. He was definitely like the youngest. Or she, well, she, whatever. That's funny there. You know, what do you feel on this? Oh, what was it? What is it? It's leaving me. What's his name? Alexander the Great. I feel like you knew him. I don't know how you feel about that. I feel like you knew him. Maybe not strongly, but I almost feel like Axel was like a son or lover, maybe both, or young, maybe more young, maybe not son. That's weird, but he was like similar. Yeah. So he was like a male, but very feminine. Like let's put it that way. Whatever. Right. But either way, it's without putting up any you know either way, it's just they are what they are. It's a different time back then anyway. So, but yeah, it feels like you know him in several lifetimes, Axel Rose. You know, I feel like you're still connected to him in a good way though. Go by what you feel and all that. Yeah, it's definitely friendly energy. I feel like he's still fighting with himself though. Chris, why I feel heaviness in my being. The world's crazy. That has something to do with it. Also, he's trying to figure out what direction to go. As you know, you feel like there's something else you need to do or some other adventure or something. Why am I getting like follow the white dragon? I'm not sure if a white dragon is going to show up anywhere. But I feel like you need a change in life, as you know. I remember my dreams for a week every day being with different old friends and talking what realities. I think it's astral. I think it's astral, and you're trying to settle differences there. You're trying to clear out karmas, if there's are any. You're trying to have a calmer incarnation here. And astrally, you have them difficulties with some of these people. I think you do. Some of them here in the physical. So you talk to them astrally, try to mend fences. Can you not be a scumbag in the physical realm? That type of thing. I feel like you're trying to sort things out there. So when you leave this world, not anytime soon, but when you do, you feel like you've settled a lot of differences. But you're doing the best you can. You're giving them a chance to change their ways, you could say. So, but yeah, I feel like it's more astral realm in a good way. Nothing's perfect, but Julia, what information is available about my Elohim aspect? Of course, it's very well. It's current. It's a current connection, but it's also a very ancient part of the Bible, assisting Andromedans incarnating here on Earth, assisting with humanity. So think like you assisted with the reincarnation process in the fourth dimension as an Elohim. It's like you're kind of like finding warriors to incarnate here to assist with speeding up the ascension, you can say. Not that you're looking for war, but just to you help souls fast track into this world to help uh, the earth align with a higher self, higher sense of being. It does seem like part of you helps with religion to some level. Well, only because like the good aspects of it. You know, there is. It's like this is the delivery system. It's like okay, this is what we're working with. And so, like, like religions do have a positive side. They do give to others, that type of thing. I figured, it's a temple and just make the best of it. Just bring out the good in it. So think of it that, like you're sweeping away all the junk and bringing some good there. So that's all. Any messages on Andromedan? It's funny how I didn't see the Andromedan energy there, but I did pick up on Andromedan frequencies of just, they want, they're in line with this sort of similar to the Palladians. I would think well, because I always hear about the Palladians trying to save the world, technically. Andromedan's been very quiet about it. But the thing about the Andromedan energy, yeah, is like the angelic human. Like they incarnate and they just have like a softer frequency. It's like the light people. They're not perfect, but they're energy beings. But yeah, and you definitely incarnated here in the Earth's past as an Andromedan human to bring a higher frequency to some level. Doesn't mean your life was easy, but just to make it through it, you could say. Try more to it than that. But yeah, it goes deep. Yeah. DJ had been grounding as a neutral connection, clear out distorted patterns. Last night I had a dream with Elohim. Interesting. Coding, showing my field, strengthening, self-clearing, saying mess. Well, that's, yeah, connecting more to your higher self. So you can say you're connected to your spiritual warrior self. You're releasing a lot of Anunnaki attacks. In fact, those around you have been Anunnaki programmed. That's for the school system. And just here to settle some differences with yourself and others. I feel like in the past incarnations, you're very opinionated towards others. Like there, what does do mind control and all that. Just even some racism in the past life, not now, but and you're clearing a lot of, not that you're a harsh racist or anything. I don't know. Now, racism could be anything. It doesn't have to be color. It could be religion or whatever. Of course, some say that's not accurate, but it feels like I think you're kind of just, yeah, certain belief systems you just had a lot of issues with, and maybe you took it personal or something like that. So you know how it is. Like even certain people like in certain religions, you're like, why are they doing that? Some inner anger. This is from a past life. So you're clearing that to become more neutral. The Elohim is about you becoming more neutral and letting things go. So that's huge. Yeah, I feel like you're very opinionated towards other religions. Not to say what you're connected to was all that great either. But you know how it goes. Yeah, it's a protection. It's not now though. Question 2, now that my signal is clear, I feel called into builder creator timeline. I'm exploring few projects. Do you guys any messages from the shift or where my energy is? Yeah, start slow. No, you're accurate, but just one project at a time. Because I obviously want to do hundreds. Oh yeah, I would say start with what's the easiest first, and then go more complex. If that makes any sense. Start with what feels right. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, just the project. Just don't do too many. I would just start with one first, and then like you start one if you need to pause. If you can pause and start another one, but definitely start with one. Osmani, I've been feeling down lately since Carl breakup. Do you have uplifting messages? I know you did the right thing. Music will help. Higher, whatever you choose. Music is your healer. Walking around, going places too, maybe with friends, and just you gotta shake off his energy. Now he's holding on to you. That's why it's having hard releasing him. So put your intentions to release his hold on you because he wants you to come back and all that from him. Gather. Question 2, my son Romeo has a birthday today. Is there any messages? Birthday message? Romeo. You know what comes with that name? I feel like he's a decent Romeo. Well, obviously that's a reflection of previous incarnations with that name. And yeah, you're just any birthday message from him for him? Just live uh live dangerously but be safe about it. Just don't be scared of anything, but obviously use your best judgment. Yeah, it's kind of basic, but yeah. But it's good to connect with others. Yeah, don't be shy. Where am I? 1 second. Esmeralda. What is my sister's Hilda energy towards me? I feel like she's bitter, jealous of me. I don't understand why I love her. It's just everything you've been going through. She doesn't know what to think. She's easy to control. She's not really, she's just weak. She's just not, she's easily swayed. So I don't think she knows what to think. I feel like she wants to be on your side, but she's been taught to not be on your side. And whoever that is, I don't know who did that. parents or whoever, somebody's parents, somebody older did it, but you might know who it is. That's her deal. Is Sergio regretting his decision for leaving me? I think so, but he buries it. Yeah, and he's feeling the consequences of it, and he's just beginning. The consequences are going to get worse for him over time. And he's stuck in this incarnate. Yeah, he's just guy. He built so much karma for himself. He's ignoring it, but he knows what he did. It's kind of like robbing a bank, and it's like, and you feel bad about it. Like, he got away with it. He has all this money, energetically, whatever, and he feels like, huh, maybe this wasn't a good idea after all. So, but he's not doing anything about it. If I feel like he's blocking out any type of verbal regret. Yeah, he's not happy about his decision, but he's going to stick to it. He's at that low for energy, so he's just going to allow others to control him or astral controlling him and just, be selfish. Yeah, he allowed his more selfish, yeah, say devilish side come through. Yeah. So he's just showing you he doesn't want to grow. He's showing you he just wants to go backwards. And he's just self-sabotaging now. So, but it is making you stronger though. Yeah, it's a lot of disappointment, yes. But you never know, he might one day when he's older show remorse and like, wow, you do have a soul. Right now he's not going to show it anytime soon. So just keep moving forward. We're doing great though. Well, realize he's being used to attack you because your energy is getting stronger. Obviously, this is not as glamorous as some people like to think, because you're evolving. But see, his inner devil and dark side attacked you, so shows where he is. It's like stabbing, like stab you like a dagger. Yeah. And so being a light warrior, light worker, you don't have to call yourselves that, but in your path, you see this isn't what it's cracked up to be, but this is the right path for you for sure. It just shows you how devilish this place can be. How sabotaging these beings can be here. Yeah. So yeah. So coming into your power isn't as easy as it sounds, but yeah. But you have to be yourself though. All right. Thank you everyone for posting your questions. All right. Good night.